Banter fam, happy New Year's, baby. Nice to see you all here today. It's going to be the biggest year of our damn lives. Hope you all had some resting time. Hope you relaxed a little bit. I like that the market is a bit boring when we're gone. And nice and chilled, right? Now the market's starting to rise up slowly again. And what we got to start getting prepared for now is the bigger high time frame squeeze. What happened over the last couple of weeks was you actually ended up getting high time frame entries available again. The last time that they were available was before the elections, right? This is where high time frame alts are sitting in good areas, right? Then we saw a high time frame move. We saw how fast they started to move, and then a bigger correction pull back. And now what you're getting is high time frame entries yet again. Guys, they don't come often. You're probably looking at 2-3 times a year that you actually get weekly entries within the markets. So today is so important to pay attention to this chart over here, right? This is a USDT dominance chart. And yet, it did get a little bit scary, right? When the market started to pull back. And remember, when this chart's going up, markets are pulling back. People are selling into USDT, right? But what this chart here was very much indicating here was we lost that major trend on that last pump. That little bit of that alt season pump that we saw was not for nothing, right? It broke very big areas. And all that you saw here was you saw that the market was extended in one direction, and this was a shakeout. And the difference, though, was this one happened over 2 to 3 to 4 weeks, right? Versus the other pullbacks that we had that only lasted 2, 3, 4 days. So all you saw now was a little bit of a higher time frame pullback. But what's very important about this chart is you can see that we are now approaching support when it comes to the USDT dominance. And when we lose this support, there is a very big short squeeze. Okay, and not a short squeeze, a squeeze, right? What's the squeeze to the downside? You get a short squeeze to the upside, a long squeeze, right? We'll call it a damn long squeeze. Okay, but what you have here is you have a massive acceleration in price incoming over here very quickly. And this is a high time frame view. So what you are seeing now is you are seeing high time frame entries here. Once this is gone, guys, the rest that you are buying over the next couple of weeks are going to be trades and not investment entries. That's the difference. The difference between an investment entry and a trade you have to monitor and look after your risk, and you have to take profits and get out. Where it comes to an investment entry, you just got to sit in your damn hands and make money, right? It gets a lot easier by getting these big opportunities. So guys, I'm still expecting a phenomenal January and a great February and a great March as well. But I don't think these entries are going to last much longer. So it's so important today to go through what is still looking fantastic right now on this pullback. Okay, markets have started to break up, and things are looking very bullish and very strong for us to have that great January that we've been waiting for. So no more wasting time. Can I ask you guys a favor? You're going to give me your all this year, your everything, right? Let's change our damn lives this year. Who's in, right? Hit that like button and show that we are the strongest and the best out there, that we are going to together as a team achieve our damn dreams. Smash a like. Again, I want higher highs on the like, because we were here on the red days too. We'll always be here through both, right? And together, let's make our lives the best ever. So no more wasting time. Let's go.
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like sniper. Welcome to Sheldon Show.
And yo, how are we doing, Matt? How's everyone there? I see 75% bullish. Nice. Did you miss us, guys? I missed you guys so much, but it was nice to not look at charts for a couple of days. It was pretty good. It's been months and months and months of staring at damn charts. I think my dopamine is through the roof. And it was nice to get a little bit of a breather. So I'm feeling refreshed, and I'm looking strong, and not looking strong, but feeling strong as well. And it just shows you again that these little boring periods, just take a breather, right? Reset the brain and get going again. But now I do think that little phase is now coming to an end. So the first big thing I want to speak about, guys, is we have obviously this USDT dominance chart that is going to give us high time frame moves, right? And indicating for us that we are still very bullish. Okay, we are still very much in the bull. Not only are we in the bull, we're going to go to the next major phase, right? The fast increase phase, where things get ahead of itself very quickly, but it also means we are getting a step closer to the end of the bull market, right? Because the next phase of the bull market is the fast one. It's the aggressive one. It's the one that only lasts for a couple of months, and then it's gone for at least 12 months, 18 months, up to 2 years, right? So this is where things start to increase, and this is where a lot of mistakes are made, because a lot of people will basically maybe snooze off when the markets are boring like this, and then when the market starts to rocket off, they want to come and chase, and they want to come and, you know, try get something now all of a sudden. Where for us, it's very important for us to get in before the storm comes, right? Get in before the calm and the storm, right? I see Random Man's joined at the bottom there. It's very important for us to prepare ourselves for that. So the big thing today here, okay, is obviously the short-term squeeze that's going to happen. Okay, well, the high time frame squeeze is going to happen. But the next big thing that's very important here, and I want to add this in here, very important indication, right, is the USDT dominance. Okay, so you can see this USD dominance over here. But what we are approaching, and I want to add this in here so I can show you guys here quickly, is we're approaching something called a death cross.
He's our man, if he can't do it, no one can. He's our man, if he can't do it, no one can. He's our man, if he can't do it, no one can. He's our man, if he can't do it, no one can.
Yo! Hello, sir.
Yo.
Join the party. You're playing your songs again.
What's happening, bro? What's happening, bro? Happy New Year.
Amazing. Happy New Year, sir. How are you doing? Are you rested?
I'm rested. I'm amazing. It's nice to come back and the market's green, you know.
So here's an interesting chart to start the day off, sir. So here, USDT dominance. Look at this. When last we see a death cross,
that's Bitcoin dominance, you mean?
Bitcoin dominance, yes. Bitcoin dominance, sorry. When last we see a death cross, sir?
Oh,
when last?
Oh, fantastic.
It's been a while. The last time we saw one was all the way here in July 2022. And then before that was the big rocket ship, right? And obviously the difference between now and obviously 2022 was we're in a very much bear market versus bull market this time. So the last time we were in a bull market and this signal happened was the collapse of the Bitcoin dominance. So we are a couple of days. It's basically showing we are 2 days away from a death cross within the Bitcoin dominance. And for me, I do feel that this dominance is now getting ready to start making its way down, right, sir? Is it a time to release?
I think it's time, sir.
Right?
I think it's time. I think if you look at it historically, it's time. I mean, specifically, we know that January, February, March are very good months for ETH. Actually, January is ETH's best month. So I think it's a very, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. It should happen now. I think, you know, there's the inauguration, which is, I think, a big thing coming up now. Trump's actually going to be in power. I think the market's going to look for certain things that are happening. You know, is he going to, for example, if Trump doesn't pardon Ross Ulbricht in the first couple of days, then I think the market's going to lose faith in all the promises, right? So I think a lot of it comes down to, is he going to live up to all of these things that he promised? Is he actually going to do them or not? That's the question. That's what I think the market's looking for.
Yeah, but but come on, dude. Like, do you think he's going to?
I think he will. I think he knows.
To, right? Like, what else? I
think he knows.
Like, playing this whole thing and then not doing it, right? So it's like kind of has to, right? The charts are saying things are looking good, right? And that's what I always
talk to me about the charts. Let's go into some charts. Show me what's going on.
So this is a big just jumping back here, guys. So again, what I do think is available now is I think there's higher time frame entries on altcoin specific that don't come very often. Now, Rand, when are you gonna ever get your $20 Solana entries again and your $80? Like, these all happened when we had 2, 3, 4 weeks of red, right? Couple of a bit of a burn. That's what creates investment opportunities. That's what creates high time frame opportunities. So I think we are a couple of days away from losing high time frame investment opportunities on altcoins. After that, everything's a trade. You got to put a stop loss. You got to protect yourself because you're buying a lot higher, you know, once the market started to wake up. But this is a big sign, guys. This is telling you to not lose focus and still understand that, yes, we had a little bit of a red spell now within December, but we have not. If the dominance was down here and that happened, I'd say, yes, we're done. But with dominance here, we haven't even had the rotation into the altcoins just yet. So this is a very big sign with alts. Now, I want to quickly speak about a couple of things on high time frames here. And I want to show you here that this is still the major plan. So the first thing is Bitcoin held really good FIB levels when it comes to high time frame on the chart, right? So I had this big level at 92. We've held that really good. If we hold this low now and we start breaking the highs, I'm starting to look at these areas of 120 and the 134, and I'm starting to look at Bitcoin actually start accelerating. And this was the drawing that I did for you guys a couple of weeks back. And this is what I'm seeing starting to happen. I'm seeing that at any point now, we do start that acceleration from Bitcoin to that 120, 130. We do have a little shakeout that's going to be that alt season shakeout for me. And then we get going. And I still think, I even saw you put a tweet, Ran. Are you selling in May, sir?
I'm selling in May, sir. I'm selling in May. Every year I get screwed. This year, I'm not getting screwed.
No, but
it's a
different
first.
this year, bro.
Was my
That's
first,
different, bro.
It's never different, bro. It's never different. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm selling in May. This time I'm selling in May.
How much are you selling?
Whatever I want to be out, like whatever's not staying in for multiple generations.
Are you selling like 30-40% of your portfolio?
Sure. Bro, I've learned my lesson. I paid big tax this year.
This time, sir. It's different, bro.
Yes, I'm sure it's different.
Money now. We have AI agents running the world. We have it's different, sir. It's not gonna happen.
Yes. It's different. That's fine. I'm selling in May. So yes, it's different. Yes, it's different. I'm selling in May.
Every year, bro, we always convince ourselves. We always try to convince ourselves it's different.
I'm selling in May. That's why it was like one of the first tweets that I did this year. I was like, just remember to sell in May. Just remember to sell in May. Just remember to. I'm selling in May.
Everyone takes forever, goes on holiday, right? And then because that's what I'm seeing here too. So again, I do see rally up after when we obviously ignite the alt season, and then I do see that slow down in March, April, and then we go through this like 3-month pullback. I don't think it's going to be and then I think blow off top into the end of the year. And me personally, I think Bitcoin's going to hit 190 to 210, 220, and then I think we're going to be.
Yeah, I must say 200,000 is a good number. 200, maybe 250,000.
Where does that put Bitcoin compared to gold? That's not too far.
200,000 Bitcoin would be 4 trillion, and I think gold's about 15 trillion. So it's still quite a way to go.
It's still a long way. I think over time we'll hit there. But the big thing here, guys. So here is Bitcoin.
Brother, I'm gonna jump. I just wanted to say Happy New Year to you, to the family, to the 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗓𝗧, to the 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗓𝗧. I wish you guys lots of profits and everything of the best. And I just wanted you guys.
Thank you, sir. What was you finally took a little bit of time off. What was a couple of your big realizations just taking a step away from all the craziness? Like, did anything click for you? Like, what was a
couple of things.
You got a bit of
a couple of things. A couple of things. Number one, we are very, very, very privileged to be in crypto, and we must appreciate that every single day of our lives, that we're in the best industry in the world. And I was sitting at the pool in Mauritius and like speaking to people in other industries, even like footballers. I spent a lot of time, as you saw, with 𝗪𝗢𝗪𝗓. And I mean, I just think we're in such an amazing industry. Like when he heard about our industry, he was like, wow, what the hell? That's incredible. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we should have more fun, bro. We're streamers, and the business is financial and whatever else, but it's fun. We must have much more fun. The next thing is, I do think that there's going to be AI is going to take over. I do think that very soon we will actually be replaced by AI, to be honest. I'm going to be like completely and brutally honest. When I see the outputs that AI is bringing now, and
what did they say the volume? It was how much?
Forget about the volume.
Just bro, it was AI like alone. Like
but forget about that. Just go and look at 𝗪𝗥𝗡, which is an influencer, an AI influencer, and just go see how smart this thing's become in a month, and then just imagine how smart it's going to become in 6 months with no emotions, no nothing, no drama, no nothing.
Doesn't
so we're going to be replaced by AI. So we should actually just have some fun. We should actually just we should actually just have some fun.
The last thing we got left, bro, is our humor.
So I think that like. Those are the realizations. And also I think just like a lot of appreciation for the community and what we've built, and like it's amazing. It's amazing. And
it's
I think
nice to sit back and reflect,
100%. Someone says, 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗓 was always injured. Yeah, that's why he retired, because he had an injury on the one leg and then he got another injury on the other leg. Paul says injective protocol pumping. That's because injective 3.0 was approved, which is with a much bigger burn. Of tokens, a 4 times bigger burn on tokens, so that's very cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, last thing, Fantom, sir, what's going on there? Just from what you know,
just buy it.
No, because it's getting delisted. It's getting delisted. People have futures positions open. We took a long-term position.
So check with your exchange. Check with your exchange. You should rather buy Sonic, because Sonic is basically the new Fantom, so to speak. So rather buy Sonic. That's. So
is it turning into Sonic, right?
Yes, Fantom. Well, you can swap your Fantom tokens into Sonic, so just do that. Sheldon, I've got to jump. I've got a thing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
ciao, bro.
Yeah, bye. Okay, guys. So, that's important with Fantom as well, and AI. So, guys, by the way, AI is not memes. So, guess what? There's a new narrative, and Sheldon's getting into it. So, we're gonna be bringing you AI agents and all these things. It's not memes. Where's the meme guys now? Memes are dead, baby. Were they? Now it's AI, bro. AI has now come in. That's why I always said memes is a short-term play. It's not long-term wealth. Just relax with memes. Now it's AI. So I will be bringing you guys some AI love and getting some new tokens and new alpha for you guys. So guys, let's go through a couple of things. Here is what I said last on the total 3. Remember, I spoke about this candle. So it's come 1 week later, but this is the plan for the total 3 right now, altcoins, right? This is what we're seeing here. So we're seeing that first candle that I spoke about. So this one ended up being no volume. It's Christmas time. No one's trading, right? Not much happening. Week later, look at this response from the altcoins. This is a decent weekly candle that we made last week. That's really good. That's already showing that through that big dump we had, or that week that we had, where there's a little bit of scareness and a little bit of downside within the markets, we've absorbed at least 70% of that, okay, within 1 week. Okay, so that's already a strong sign to show that we're actually getting a bit of buying power from these dips now. And this is very close to marking that was the bottom of this push now. And remember, the exciting thing about this as well, this is why there's no way we could turn bearish on high time frame. You can't turn bearish when something's just at all-time highs, right? We literally just got to all-time highs over here, and that's when the alt started to slow down. So all that you got there was you got a rejection at the all-time highs, and this has now come down straight into support. So it was a bit tough, and it was a very big lesson for you to understand why late buying sucks, right? Because if you bought here, you easily went down in a 40% withdrawal or 40% downside. And actually, I saw this account. Thank goodness that we bought a dip. Because I even went down on an account. This thing went down to $580,000 or $550,000, and I bought a dip. It's not like I even bought the top. I bought the market at a 20% dip, and this thing came down to 550. And now, with a little bit of greenness, I'm now back at the break level to go back into money. Remember, I started this account with 250K 3 months ago, right? 3.5 months ago. I'm now back. So it just shows you again that the late buying is something that you really got to fix going forward now. And understand that this now is a pullback again. And you're still sitting around 20-25% from the highs. But the exciting thing from here, guys, is I see that this week's candle, I see it increasing pretty quickly. And I see the altcoin candle here. I actually see us approaching close to all-time highs within this week, right? I see later on this week, alt start squeezing, and I'll show you on the shorter time frame how that looks now and when we're going to see it happen, right? But I see us start to push up here. And then I do see within the second half of January, I see us into the all-time highs within altcoins. Now, what that looks like, guys, is it looks very similar to this phase over here. This over here is exactly where I think we are when it comes to the altcoins, is that phase over there. Real altcoin season only kicked in when it broke the previous all-time high and when it really started to hit that fast banana shape, right? Where it really started to increase very quickly. This was just riding off of Bitcoin's hype. But you're going to get to a point now where Bitcoin's not going to be the main hype anymore. And you know what? It might even be these damn AI agents that triggers alt season. Okay, because you always need a narrative to trigger why people want altcoins more than Bitcoin and stuff like that. Last year we saw it was NFTs, or last cycle, then it was the memes, and it was these sort of things. Maybe the AI agents is the reason that actually triggers the excitement of the whole world. Because remember, AI agents and these type of things are for the world, right? But they got to be built on some blockchain, right? That's the big thing. So there's always going to be a crypto attachment to this over here, which is massive. So there might be a massive play, okay? But this is where I start to see us really start extending. And what I see happening is I see something like this, guys. I do see a trap incoming in the next 4 weeks, okay? So from here, altcoins start to rally up. Okay, and this could easily be a 50-60% pump from where we are right now, right? Maybe even a little bit bigger. Then I do see a shake and a continue. This will be a quick shakeout when Bitcoin hits its next high. Let's say Bitcoin gets to 120, 130, gets rejected. From there, we start to explode and we start to ripple very quickly from there. So by us buying and being available over here, I don't think we're going to get affected at all for the previous trap that's going to come. This is going to trap a lot of retail that come flying back into the market again. Those that come and chase all the pumps, everything going crazy, this trap's going to trap them like we just got trapped, right? But we are going to be clear of that, and we're going to be sitting down here and survive that while being in the money. And that's why it's so important now to understand that these boring sideways pullback markets are massive opportunities, not bad things, okay? And because that dominance is still sitting at the high points, very good. The next thing as well, just to go through a couple here, just so that you're aware, look at Solana, guys. Sol is breaking trend, right? Not only is it breaking trend, look at the bull flag that it was in before the elections. That was the bull flag. So when we saw the pump from Sol, it stopped at all-time high. This actually looks very similar to Total 3, right? Solana and Total 3 are like super linked at the moment, okay? But look how it broke straight down, tested the trend, and now getting going again, right? So for me, this was not a unhealthy pullback. It was not this slowed the alts down, nothing. It actually just came down to major supports. It did get a little bit more deep, which gives me an idea next time because we nailed the top. We cannot say we didn't nail the top. We sold the top beautifully and we had cash, right? We had limit orders. The only difference this time is I'll deploy a little bit slower. That's the only difference. But we survived it. A lot of people did not survive that. They did not survive these big, strong pullbacks here. Sol is looking good. Look at something like Near Protocol. Broke trend, retest. Again, this is aggressive. Okay, that's like a 40% pullback. But it is higher lows, did hold support. Chainlink, look at Chainlink. There's the big trend. Okay, test support. ThorChain, this is still one of the biggest investment opportunities for me, by the way. Okay, Doge, all of these. Okay, now let's jump into some shorter term analysis. Before I do that, a couple of tweets over here as well. Benjamin Cowan is saying Bitcoin is still looking similar to what it did exactly 1 year ago. Okay, basically spiked up in the early January, then down late. Exactly what I'm saying, right? Bitcoin pump, shakeout, and alt-season trigger. Okay, in late January, before picking up more durability or whatever it is in February. So he's showing here with his, I want this indicator. I must get it. I want to see it. Okay, but look at this. He's saying we're in the exact same place, exact same time over here. Bitcoin's looking good, right? Next thing over here is AI mindshare has gone from 51% to 68%, while people were saying it's time to rotate back into old memes. Just a reminder again, memes are now starting to disappear. Money is moving to AI. So there's a lot of good opportunities. For me, it's still a new narrative. So it'll probably be around 5 to 8% of my portfolio, but I'll go explore because this is probably where you're going to find your 10, 20, 50x gems, right? In a new narrative that's in play over there as well. AI, just from Miles, AI agent total market cap is up 30% in the last week alone. Yes, it's still 7x away from memes. Things are going to get a lot crazier. Insane, right? Look at this. 16 billion out of how many trillions, right? Trillions within crypto over here. So virtual is one of the tokens. Wow, one of the tokens. Massive. Okay, guys, let's go through for what we're looking for here. This is my plans for today. I see. Today, small pullback between today and early tomorrow, and then I see short squeeze. I see market really start to short squeeze to the upside, and I think things start accelerating very quickly. So what you have now, and I want to show you guys this over here. So I want to draw this for you quickly. This was the rampage up, then you had the dump, and now we're basically making our way up over here, right? What you have over here is you have these big resistances, and you also have big fib levels, okay? And I'll explain it to you now in a second. But what is sitting here is a very big short squeeze gap, very big one. Okay, and it's the one that takes us straight back into the highs. The whole market has stopped over here now, which is the main resistance. Once we are through here, there is a huge short squeeze that is going to happen from these zones over here. Now, the important thing to understand here, guys, and I want you to learn this Fibonacci because it's very important just to understand which altcoins are a little bit more urgent versus ones that are a little bit more time, which means you're just a little bit alt pumping and it tanked and now starting to make its way up. Right? I want you to take this 4-line Fibonacci tool over here. And I want you to just take it from the high that we made in the last couple of weeks to the low. Okay, and you're just going to drag it down. And you see a bunch of lines. And you'll see this important one, 0.618. Now, I've spoken about this many times, but why it's so important, guys, is altcoins that are slowing down here now are going to be your leading altcoins in the next pump. Because when this pullback is done and we smash through this over here, they're going to break all-time highs or the highs faster than the rest of the market, right? Alts that are still sitting over here, the real short squeeze happens once we are through the 0.618. So it gives you a bit of an idea that on this next pullback that we are seeing now, alts that are holding this 618 are not going to pull back much. Alts that are below this will pull back maybe a little bit deeper, okay? And when they break through, that is when they're going to start going. So it gives you a very good plan to go through your alts now and see which ones are super important to make sure that you got right now, ones that you maybe have a little bit of time to still accumulate, right? So let's go through Bitcoin here and just show you where Bitcoin's at itself. This is my plan over the next day to 2 days. It might even have hit its first buy zone. I got buy zones here on Bitcoin at this 98,500, which I think we hit. We hit 98,600. And I do have another level at 98 and maybe one wick at 97. Okay. Basically indicating today that we have a couple more hours of red. Then I see a slowdown, and then I see a mega short squeeze. And it's kind of aligning with the whole Trump walking in sort of thing. Let's see, right? If he sticks what he says and these things, the charts are saying things are looking amazing, okay? And that shows from here that we have this pullback now, and then we really start to accelerate, which gives you that bit of urgency to understand that this is not a small opportunity. It's a big opportunity that's here within today. So here is my plan within Bitcoin. From here, we drop. Last pullback, and where Bitcoin really has the short squeeze, this is what I was speaking about now, is when Bitcoin breaks 102,000. It's going to have a mega short squeeze all the way up to the $109,000 zone. So for me, I don't think prices are going to get much cheaper than these current pullbacks that we are seeing right now. Okay. At any moment now, market's going to start rocketing. So where Bitcoin really flies, you can see it's stopping right now at $100,000. That's where the resistance is. It's got 1, 2, 3 touches over there right now. Above that, we've got 102, and then we have the massive short squeeze to the upside. Okay, total 3 altcoins. This is the plan on altcoins right now. Okay, altcoins are sitting at, what did I say? The 618, right? We are sitting right here at 618. That's where the altcoins has stopped. Straight above this, guys, is a mega short squeeze. Okay, this pullback is important now for those that are in zones, because after this, you see a short squeeze that is up to the 10, 11% within the total 3, back to the highs. So from here, I say we see bye-bye to the pullback. Okay, and going back here to the weekly chart, this is exactly what I see on the shorter time frame now. That's what I see over there. Right? This really starting to accelerate to the upside points over there. So there's your total 3. What this looks like on your altcoins, there is ETH. ETH dropped down, got 2 areas, the 3, 5, 10 to the 3, 6, and then we rock it off and we start making our way to $4,000. We're going to look at things like Solana. Sol broke trend, guys. Stronger than the rest of the market right now. Looking incredible. Breakdown, and from here, start rocketing up. You can see I've given you guys the main areas over here. Just know that all of these alts are sitting at big short squeeze levels. Once we are through this, we break to the next one. There's going to be these very fast increases that will come very quickly once we break these big major zones. Look at things like Near Protocol. You can see where I'm seeing them squeeze up to. Things like Chainlink. That's the one that didn't have the drawing. Thorchain. Oh, there's also a couple. I'm going to show you guys what I bought with as well. Guys, so I have started dollar costing out of Fantom. So I want to quickly speak about the portfolio over here. I'm on $800,000 now. My biggest loss at the moment is Fantom. Okay, Fantom took a smack because people saw the delisting on Binance and these, they didn't understand, and it's just a change that's happening. Okay, but they're basically taking futures off because they're doing the name change and all these specific things. So my Fantom has really become a downer at the moment. So what I started doing with Fantom, guys, is I started taking a loss. I started selling off, and I already sold a $25,000 loss over here, and I started buying Solana. Okay, and I started buying Injective, and I started buying Chainlink. And I basically, while I'm not bearish on Fantom, once this is all done, I think Fantom's going to go to the moon. But I got to understand that I know no point sitting on a ship that is stuck right now when there's rockets flying next to you. Get over it, start selling off the position, and start moving on. So again, while I'm on the stream over here, I'm going to do the same thing again, and I'm going to start closing off some of these positions. There we go. I've now taken another loss. Okay, over here, and I'm loading up on a couple more. So for me, Solana is one that I'm still going to load a lot more on. So I'm just going to go here. Where's my Solana position? Sol's still sitting around my entries. Okay, and I'm going to load up some more Solana in these zones over here. Sometimes you will have these little losses, but it's important to understand what do you do with that, right? So I'm moving on for now, and the plan is to come back to Sonic when it is ready to explode again. I still think Sonic's going to be or Fantom itself is going to be a massive token. Okay, but that is what I'm doing. And the next thing here is to go through a couple of coins. Solana is still sitting more or less entry. I bought another token this morning called 𝗪𝗢𝗓 in the gaming space. Okay, and I want to show you this over here. Just dollar costing right at the bottom of the range. This thing is going sideways. Every time at the bottom here, it's doing 100% pump to the upside, 130% pump. Right at the bottom of the range, I started buying a little bit of 𝗪𝗢𝗓 over there as well. That's why I've started opening up this 𝗪𝗓𝗓 position. I have Doge, I have Thorchain, I have Injective, I have Arweave. These are all in the green now from the buys that we did make. VET, I'm still waiting for a recharge. Dot, I'm still waiting. These are ones that are still lower down. So if I got some cash there, I maybe want to fix and try buy a little bit more of these entries to get them a little bit lower down. Okay, Cardano is doing fantastic. I'll go through that in a sec. Coty is still a little bit down. 𝗕𝗬𝗓 is doing well. Chainlink's doing well. AVAX is starting to recover nicely. ETH is still sitting a little bit low. And obviously my Fantom, which I'm slowly taking, just taking my loss and moving on. And I plan on coming back and getting that money back, right? But they got to take it off of Bybit. They're going to take it off a lot of exchanges. So just be aware of that over there. Okay, let's go through a couple of the alts. Here is Dogecoin. This is what I'm seeing on Doge. Pull back into the zones now, and Dogecoin, I think the moment that Elon walks through that and they create that new department and things like that, Dogecoin, I think, is a big opportunity at these areas. Injective doing very well. So right now, holding on strong. Okay, but that is the play. It's the only time I will buy is if this happens. We pull back into the zone, then I'll buy some more of the token. Cardano, very strong. So you can see the plays here, guys. What I'm looking over here, Cardano. AVAX, starting to squeeze. So here's a perfect example of a short squeeze. You see the moment we break these highs here, price starts squeezing. Okay, so that's what you want to see from the rest of the alts. Theta as well. There's a couple as well. Sui. Sui's doing so good, guys. Look at Sui. We were actually looking this morning. So Sui's hit 2.618. So its next target now is $7. And we were looking at the market cap is 15 or 16 billion, and Solana is at 100 billion. So I don't know if I'd buy Sui right now. I think it's too expensive. Okay, but I would hold. Those who have Sui positions, I think this thing is going to be an absolute rocket. Another token that we bought on the last show was RSR. That one's going up nicely, so I'd hold that position nice and strong. Okay, and then the next goal now is to start looking at the next opportunity. So today is just to update you guys that I think that this redness is going to end. Okay, and start getting your positions ready today. Then what I will do is I'll leave a little bit of cash, if you got some, for some new opportunities. Because this week, I'm going to, again, deep dive into the games. And I'm going to go look at these new AI tokens. And I'm going to leave a little bit of cash to take some new positions. I think it's time for some new positions and some bigger positions over there. And start preparing for. So, guys, much love to you all. I will see you all tomorrow. Let's get rhythm. Let's get into our routines. Bring your coffee every day. I'll be here every day. I'm never late. I'm always 10 to 15 minutes late. Never late, right? I'm very consistent at how late I am. Okay, let's get consistent. Let's put our heads every day on the charts and let's get going again. Love you all. See you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.